So guys, the number of deaths from starvation at the hands of the Israeli government inside of Gaza are truly accelerating the situation, judging by what people on the ground, doctors, relief organizations are saying is truly, truly dire and urgent. We had trouble connecting with Eyad Amawi. He's a representative of the Gaza Relief Committee. He is inside of Gaza for a live interview, but he was able to record this video about what he is seeing on the ground. Let's take a listen to that.
My friends, I can't imagine the tragedy that our children is still facing. Their bodies is emaciated and they're still suffering from the famine, no foods, no flowers, no waters. Really, the situation here is more than we can describe multiple times to the media. But in my notes, I expected that our children will die group by group. Because the children, they will not have any resilience in their bodies with the loss of the nutrition and the water also. So the international community must do urgent intervention and open the humanitarian corridor that can let our children stay alive by some food supplement or any amount of foods. We cannot imagine until this moment. We sent thousands and thousands of humanitarian appeals to the world. No one do any tangible actions that can save our life. So I hope something will change soon after our speech and after all of the humanitarian appeals, especially with those children, our babies will lose their lives urgently after the famine is completely destroy every resilience here. We can't stand and complete our life with the circumstances here.
So as I was saying, and as Eyad was saying, the reports on the ground are truly, truly dire. We can put this up on the screen. This is just, prepare yourself guys, trigger warning. This is a 3-month-old baby who is now dead from starvation. They have blocked any aid from entering the Gaza Strip, but including formula. The mothers are too malnourished themselves to be able to breastfeed. So for babies to be able to live, they require formula, they require milk. And this is far from the only dire case, far from the only death that has been experienced. I think the number that I saw was, you're up now in the dozens of starvation deaths. It's mostly young children, infants. I've also seen horrifying videos of some elderly individuals who are just collapsing. We could put D2 up on the screen. Haaretz has a report about Gaza medical officials saying that people are arriving with severe hunger symptoms, including children and infants. Director of the field hospital in Al-Mawasi warned of an impending wave of deaths due to organ failure among displaced individuals. They say the cases reaching us are of people who collapsed in the streets from lack of nutrition. All of them need food, even before medicine. According to the health ministry in Gaza, about 17,000 children in the Strip are suffering from severe malnutrition. The death toll from starvation overall has risen to 620, including at least 69 children. I've seen warnings, Emily, that the level of famine they've reached already is, there will be, even if the floodgates opened and the Gaza Strip was, aid, the thousands of trucks of aid that are lined up outside were allowed in. At this point, for some people, it has gone too far and too long, and there will be continued death and, lasting developmental issues, lasting health issues and consequences, even if the siege ended today, and there is no indication that the siege will end today.
So the question for Likud and Netanyahu and the Israeli government right now is whether that is constructive for the case of peace, right? Are they creating conditions that will make their own people, just by let's take their argument at face value, are they creating conditions right now that will, in the long run, make their own people safer and more prosperous with the situation that they have created in Gaza? And the answer is obviously absolutely not. Because people have watched this happen for years. They're watching it happen right now. And if this doesn't radicalize you in that position,
yeah.
I mean, of course, it's going to radicalize many, many people who are watching this happen to them.
I mean, I did not know that we lived in a world where we could watch 2 million people be starved to death and that would just happen. Like, I didn't know we lived in that world. We apparently live in that world because, I mean, the media is covering it the tiniest bit. There was an analysis. They covered Zoran's reaction to the comment, globalize the intifada, in the New York Times like 37 times and have barely covered this whatsoever. I mean, these images of these skeletal 3-year-olds, 2-year-olds, infants, they're out there it's not a secret. Like, they announced they're, blocking the aid trucks from coming in. We all know, we could put D3 up on the screen. This quote unquote Gaza Humanitarian Foundation is nothing but a cruel joke. The latest indicated you had at least 73 people who were murdered by Israel while they were seeking aid. So it's this absolute dystopian horror where you're starving everybody. The only access to food is through GHF. If you can, brave the sniper fire and at one point they have like the Navy firing on starving people who are seeking aid. It just could not be more grave and more dire. We're kind of, joking around with Pisco about the Superman movie and whatever. And I said this when we covered it. To be honest with you, like, what Israel is doing is even more cartoonishly villainous than the cartoon version of Israel as an evil country that is portrayed in Superman. It's just, I don't know. I don't know how humanity comes back from such a thing of just knowing this is happening. It's an announced government policy. The world superpower is involved. It's apparently supportive. And it's all unfolding before our eyes, and like, no power in the world with the power to stop it is doing anything.
Let's look at D4 here, because this is the choice, to the point Krystal was just making, that people are facing, which is whether to go seek aid. So this is reportedly U.S. mercenaries who are, as Suleiman Ahmed puts it here, he says, quote, U.S. mercenaries assault starving civilians and pepper spray them as they wait for aid at the GHF center in Gaza. So, Krystal, that sets up the reality, it's a decision. Go seek this aid, go try to get food, or continue trying to survive on what you don't have, basically.
Yeah, and it's cruelty and horror with a specific end goal in mind. And we can put this up on the screen because our country is being enlisted to help to create this end goal. Israel seeking the U.S. help on deals to move Palestinians out of Gaza, i.e. ethnic cleansing, to third countries. And the idea here is that you make conditions so unlivable inside of Gaza that people are desperate to go anywhere just to have a chance to live. And at the same time, they've increased the evacuation zones so that they are literally concentrating the population of Gaza into small camps, and concentrating the population so that they can ultimately continue applying this pressure of wanton massacres, plus starvation, plus, complete intentional destruction of all civilian life, including, by the way, I mean, we've talked a lot about the infrastructure in the buildings. I mean, they've intentionally destroyed farmland, destroyed, aquifers, they've greenhouses, anything that would allow Palestinians to be able to care for themselves and grow their own food. They have systematically destroyed that as well. And so, I mean, that's the ultimate plan. It's not hidden, it's announced. Our government is being asked to cooperate. Our government is already cooperating it, and that is that's where we are. The world is standing by as a genocide, ethnic cleansing, and mass starvation campaign unfolds before our eyes, and I don't even know what to say about it anymore.
Hey, if you like that video, hit the like button or leave a comment below. It really helps get the show to more people.
And if you'd like to get the full show ad-free and in your inbox every morning, you can sign up at breakingpoints.com.
That's right. Get the full show, help support the future of independent media at breakingpoints.com.